The Veil. I jokingly call it Destiny 2's narrative tumor due to how it has disrupted and confused much about the lore surrounding the light and the darkness. If you've watched my streams, you know that I can get very energetic talking about it, but that's not going to happen in this video. Instead of tearing it apart and talking about how it's an extremely poor plot device, I instead want to take a more nuanced approach. I will tell you why the pairing between the Traveler and the Veil makes no sense, because it doesn't. It really doesn't. But with that being said, I think there is one way in which this pairing can make sense, and I will tell you that too. So yeah, let's begin. When characters in the world, like Osiris, say that the Traveler and the Veil are a pair, that they were connected, and that they potentially came from the same place, my answer is no, they are wrong. Fundamentally, the Traveler and the Veil are completely different. Besides the fact that the Traveler is a machine, and the Veil is an organic entity, the two serve completely different purposes. Let me ask you this, my friend. What is the Traveler? I will tell you. It is not the actual light. As the Worm Gods, characters who know the Traveler almost better than anyone else, said, the Traveler is the sky's bait star. Not the sky, not the light, but its tool, its weapon. The Traveler is a tool, and if need be, a weapon of the light. It is a machine created for exactly that purpose. Who created it, I genuinely do not know. Since the Traveler and pyramids both use resonance of some kind, I thought potentially that they had, but this clearly wasn't the case. But I do know who uses the Traveler, the character known as the Gardener. The dreams can happen at any time. A veil drops in front of my eyes, and I see strange, moving images. I am someone else, or I am myself, reimagined. I can't say. In the dreams, I shape planets with my own hands, and this is the first speaker dreaming about the Traveler or the Gardener. The Gardener uses the Traveler. To what end? She uses it to give golden ages, and potentially for protection too, who knows. When the Gardener thinks, the Traveler acts. Now let's look at the Veil. What does it do? Nothing. It is seemingly the manifestation of darkness in this universe, and yet it doesn't go around giving collapses, does it? We have never even seen it move on its own. The Veil is a living being, a direct creation of the darkness, while the Traveler is a machine and a tool, more likely than not created using elements from our world. And yet, the link is there. The Witness used the link between the Traveler and the Veil to possess our ghosts, and it used the link between the Traveler and the Veil to get inside the Pale Heart. Right? Right? I think it goes deeper than that. I went over as much lore as I could about the Veil, and I think there's intentional vagueness happening, and as a result of that, we are liable to misinterpret the truth. At face value, when you listen to the dialogue and you read the lore, you would believe that the Traveler and the Veil are a pair, that they were potentially once joined together, and that a link exists between them, due to what I just said, and also potentially because they came from the same source. I believe that this is wrong. The Traveler and the Veil are not a pair. The powers that they represent are. The Traveler and the Veil did not come from the same place, the powers that they represent did. The Veil did nothing to the Traveler when the Witness went inside of it, because the Witness did not go inside of the machine. The Pale Heart, the destination, is not inside the machine that is the Traveler. It was the power inside the Traveler that the Witness invaded. Therefore, the Veil was not the key to the inside of the Traveler, but the power connected to it. Therefore, the Veil and the Traveler are not the pair. It's the power inside of them that's linked. And what power is that? The light and the darkness. Are they a pair? Yeah, there's two of them, and together they are baked into and basically are the fabric of reality. There's a reason you can grapple with Strand anywhere. You're not making the tether, you're simply pulling it into this reality. And where did this pair come from? The lore book Unveiling tells us, the Gardener and the Winnower. They existed together before they made the Destiny universe, and when they fought, their combined powers formed it. Hence why the universe is made up of both light and dark. And so as much as the power of the light and darkness are a pair, so too are the gardener and the winnower. Let me put it like this. Gaul wanted the light. He used Cabal tech to drain it from the Traveler. The Cabal also drained the light from Io. According to Bungie, the Witness wants the light. If it's going inside the Pale Heart to get it, then it must be going to get the Gardener, and that, for the record, is who is screaming for help. The Pale Heart, to put it simply, is the realm of the sky, and it is where the Gardener most likely resides. What about the darkness? Does it have a Pale Heart equivalent? Yes, as a matter of fact, it does. The darkness, which is the deep. The deep is an actual location as stated by the Books of Sorrow. Only Oryx was able to enter the deep, and this was by killing the worm god Akka and using the Tablets of Ruin. By entering the deep, Oryx was able to speak with the darkness, that which he called the beautiful final shape. Strip away the lies and truces and delaying tactics they call civilization, and this is what remains, this beautiful shape. And it is majestic, majestic. It is the only thing that can be true in and of itself, and it is what I am. The deep is a location, which only one being has been able to access, and someone exists within it, the one known as the Winnower. Interestingly enough, the Winnower would later be summoned to speak with Oryx, in a similar way Callus spoke to the Witness, by possessing a dead creature. Egregore was everywhere on the Glycon after this happened, and this was due to the Veil. I believe that it is plausible and that there is a chance that the Veil contains the location known as the Deep, and that the Winnower exists within it. Do I like this? Would I have it be this way? No, I wouldn't. But at least it makes sense. At least the lore backs it up. It's better than taking the dialogue at face value, that's for sure. Finally, if I am right, if the pairing is actually between the Gardener and the Winnower, and that the Veil might potentially contain the Deep, what does that mean? There is one aspect that I could go so deeply into, which is how the Winnower manipulated and used everyone to do his work for him. But I'm going to save that for the extended discussion stream. Join us here when it happens, or go to my second channel to watch the edited VOD. But I will say this. First of all, I can see this as Bungie's way of gradually introducing the two characters and confirming the Unveiling lore book's legitimacy. Second of all, they have already set up our payback. If the Veil was used to get inside the Pale Heart, not because it did anything, but purely due to the inherent connection the two characters have, then it can go the other way around. Look at recent lore. The connection from the Ghost can go both ways. We can use the Ghost against the Witness, for example, just like how it used the Ghost against us. Once we free the Pale Heart from the Witness, there is no reason why the Traveler can't open the way for us to enter the Veil and stop the darkness once and for all, concluding the Light and Darkness saga. And we are the perfect candidates to do this. Not only do we have both the light and the darkness, meaning we're probably the only ones who can survive going inside the Veil, but we also have a link with the Winnower. I truly value you. To the Gardener, you are a means to an end. To me, you are majestic, majestic. You are full of the only thing worth anything at all. Bro, it all comes together when you put it like that. But I am getting ahead of myself, so we'll see what happens. That is my opinion about the true nature of the Veil after a lot of research and thinking, but what about you? What do you think the Veil is? Or the tumor, as I call it. Do you even care? Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this video, finding it entertaining or informative, and if I hit the wombo combo, maybe both. I will pierce the Veil, That is 2,000 subscribers. Will you help me? And if you want exclusive videos, icons, behind the scenes access, and more, join the channel, become a member, and get the full experience. I'll talk to you all real soon. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.